each item. So that's important. Shout out to Kofi.
Shout out to Kofi.
Shout out to Kofi, African American doing it. Secondly, the Lindsey Harding. She is the first female assistant coach of the 76ers.
Oh, yeah.
Black female. Whoop, whoop. Shout out to her for the 76ers.
Shout out to Lindsey.
In NBA history. So shout out to her. We out here making history.
And she from Houston. She was born in Alabama, but she grew up in Houston. So that's like next door to New Orleans. Y'all know, you know.
Come on, so y'all show like that's like your cousin. You saying?
That's my cousin. What's up, cousin?
Okay. What's up, cousin? I brought $20. Now that's what. Cousin. All right, so two things I want to get to before we move along. But this is the last thing I want to get to before we move along. Gabrielle Union and Dwayne Wade took their 11-year-old son to Miami Pride. And a lot of people are talking about them. Yeah, all of that. Shout out to them. Shout out to those parents. I think we live in a day and age where sexuality in regards to identity is something that's put into the face, out there all the time for them to see. So if they feel this is what I identify with, what I feel comfortable with, then why not be a parent and support that? As a parent myself, and we live in a day and age where you can't control what you see and do, if that's how your child feels, I'm not against it. I just feel like there is an age-appropriate time to and don't do. I've never been to Miami Pride, so I don't know. I've only been to New York Pride. I know New York Pride, I've seen babies, I've seen kids, and it looks amazing, it's great. But it depends on the relationship between the parent and the child and the maturity, because it has to be a certain level. Because there's naked people walking around. Most people ain't got no clothes on. There's a lot of men who are normally men every day, but on this day they're women. It's a lot to take in. And that could be a lot for kids if they're not mature enough to understand. So if they're mature enough to say, hey, this is who I am, then maybe it's time. But I support them if they wanted to do that. Shout out to them. Yes. And Go ahead, Chris.
So I am really I root for the parents who don't live in tradition and don't live in denial. I have to say that I commend them as parents for being in tune enough with their kids, right? With their kids, and teaching him to embrace himself. You understand what I'm saying? Himself. We didn't have that. Like, growing up, I didn't really have that. So I really, I thought that it was everything to see that they did that. And they did it as a family. It wasn't just the parents, but the brothers went too. And they, posted pictures of, and one of the brothers, I think Zaire, he posted that it's a family thing. So he was saying, even in that comment, I support my brother no matter what he is or where he is, or that's my brother. And I feel like if a lot of us had more support like that, from our parents and, the people that we really love, respect, and look up, we wouldn't deal with so many, deaths and suicides and, things like that we've dealt with when it get down to sexuality. And one of the biggest issues I feel like we deal with in the world is, people mixing sexuality with religion. And I feel like it's two different things. Like, I feel like it shouldn't be, a lot of people traditionally combine the two. And I'm just not a fan of it. You know what I'm saying? Because what your sexual preference is your sexual preference. But just like I have a 6-year-old daughter, and no matter what my daughter is, whether, she's a heterosexual, lesbian, transgender, whatever she is, I'm going to embrace her as her parent. You understand what I'm saying? And I'm going to be there, and I'm going to teach her how to love herself no matter what. So I shout out to Gabrielle and Dwayne Wade for truly parenting and being there for the kids. I love it. I'm a fan, and it was heartfelt for me. Because that little boy, if you looked at the smile on his face and how happy he was in the pictures that was released, it was just like, it was heartfelt. It was just like, wow, this 11-year-old is really living the life. Because imagine what life is like to know that I'm gay, it's okay, and my parents and my family love the fuck out of me. You understand what I'm saying? Even in the process of it all. So yeah, like shout out to them. I love it. I really am definitely a fan, and I support it. And I can't wait to take my daughter. I'm taking her, even growing her up as heterosexual, whatever. I don't even know what my daughter is yet. You understand? She's 6 years old. She's still finding out who the hell she is. But you know, I feel like even if your child's not gay, even if you don't have a child that's not gay, and I'm going to wrap this up, but even if your child, you feel it's heterosexual or whatever, I feel like there is nothing wrong with being exposed to life and what it's going to bring. Even if your child isn't gay or, have gay tendencies or whatever, I feel like it's nothing wrong with you bringing your child to a gay parade or, attending gay events. It doesn't make you gay. You understand what I'm saying? Right. So I just feel like,
that's a good way to wrap it up. It doesn't make you gay because you attend gay events. It just means you're a supporter.
Exactly.
Nothing wrong with supporting. Don't cost you no money, it's free. So stop being bullied. Yeah. Feeling like just because you want to support someone or go to a gay event and you're a straight person or, hetero person that people are going to judge you. Do your things. People need support nowadays. You don't know that one support you're giving them will make them not want to kill themselves or something. You don't know.
Exactly.
We're going to go to you. What's your thoughts on Dwayne Wade and Gabrielle taking 11-year son to the Miami Pride?
Well, I mean, just for one thing, like I feel like the whole question of like, is it appropriate? Should they be taking the young child to Pride? Blah 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 blah. I just think that's nonsense. I think the idea that children shouldn't be exposed to gay people because it's not appropriate it's like, that's ridiculous. Queer people are not just like these mindless fuck machines. They have lives, they have loves, we have a whole culture that's really rich and long, and diverse. Yeah. So there's a whole lot more to it than just like, fucking. So to me, that's like a non-issue. Like if people have a hang up with that, like they need to go either like check themselves or like go fuck.
Fuck.
Yeah. And I will say though, I thought it was pretty fucking cool that Dwayne Wade is like this fucking basketball player, like super macho, like has to be super, intense, like as a fucking sports guy, basketball player, and also as a black man, that he was like, fuck you guys, like I'm gonna take my son to Pride, like with my wife, and like we're going as a family, and like he really didn't seem to care what people would say about him. He really seemed to just be focused on like making his kid feel happy and comfortable, and I find that very brave and admirable.
Yeah.
So I'm into that. I just love good parenting. That's my take on this. I'm like, yeah.
Because it matters. It matters. Good parenting matters. It's about how we have a big influence on our kids. And at the end of the day, the example we set is what matters. Like, they not only are teaching that boy to accept himself for who he is, but they are teaching his brothers to embrace him, protect him, and root for him